my name is Ravi Prakash and welcome to the second class of ratio. Okay, so we are doing ratios here and slightly we'll raise the level. Okay, so this is a question here, quite easy one only. We discussed this concept in the last video only. Okay, so in a cricket match, the total number of runs scored by Sachin, Virat and UV is 570. Okay, the ratio of runs scored by Sachin and UV is 3:2 and runs scored by UV and Virat is also 3:2. Okay, so see the ratio here. See the ratio. The ratio here is like between Sachin and UV. So Sachin and UV ratio is 3:2. Okay, and UV and Virat. UV and Virat ratio is again 3:2. So you know how to combine it, right? Two ratios. So Sachin is to Virat, UV is to Virat. What is the ratio? For Sachin, what it should be? I should write here so that you get a clear picture of what we did in the last video, right? So what we did here. So again now UV is to Virat is how much again? 3:2. And you can combine these two. So Sachin is to UV is to Virat. What is the ratio? For Sachin, both multiply 3 into 3, that is 9. For UV, multiply cross the middle one, 2 into 3, that is 6. And for Virat, last one, 2 into 2, that is 4. Right? I hope you remember it. This becomes 9. Okay, this becomes 9 is to 6 is to 4. Okay. So that means basically total 9 plus 6 plus 4. Total 19 units of this ratio or 19 parts of this ratio is equal to 570 runs. So 19 parts of this ratio is equal to 570 runs. That means one part is how much? 19 3 are 57. So one part is 30. So if one part is 30, so Sachin how much is scored? Sachin is scored 9 units. For Sachin it is 9 units, right? So 19 units is 570. So 1 unit of ratio is 30. 1 unit of ratio is 30. So what is 9 units? 30 into 9. That is 270. So answer for this question is what? 270. So Sachin is scored 270 runs in that match. This is the answer. Correct. Simple application of ratios. Okay. Move to next one. Now see the ratio of A's salary for January to his salary for February was 1.5 is to 1.33, and the ratio of salary of February to that of March is 2 is to 2.666. Okay. A got rupees 90 more than March for the January and received a bonus constituting 40% of the salary for 3 months. Okay, find the bonus, right? Okay. See, so first I'll take care of this ratio, no? Okay. So January is to February. Okay, January is to February. What is the ratio? So January is to February. The ratio is 1.5 is to 1.333. This is a recurring decimal, right? So you've done it. What is this 1.33? So 1.5 is 3 by 2. And what is 1.33? It is 4 by 3. It is 4 by 3. Right? You know how to convert recurring decimal to any fraction? It is 1.33, right? So how to write 1.33? This is like I have discussed in the numbers videos also in the first video. Okay, simply write this 1 plus. This is recurring 3 times, right? This is recurring 3 times. Okay, so sorry, 3 is recurring one time. So frequency is 1, so only 3 is repeating, right? It's like only one number is repeating. It's like it could be 2 3 2 3 also. It could be 3 4 3 4 also, right? But it's only 3 3 3 3. So 1 plus, right here that part repeating, and divide by as many times as its frequency. Divide by as many times as its frequency. Okay. So if you divide as many times by its frequency, what is the frequency here? So 3 is repeating one time, right? One time. What is the frequency? So divide 3 by 9. Divide by as many 9s as per the frequency. If it was suppose 1.232323, then the answer would have been 1 plus. This 1 is a decimal integer part plus. Now 23 is repeating here, right? And what is the frequency of repeating? 2 times. 2 3 2 3 2 3 2 times, right? So 2 digit is the frequency of repeating. Divide by 2 9s. Divide by the frequency of as many 9s, right? So divide by that frequency. So 2 3 2 3 is 2 times repeating, so 2 9s. Here only one time repeating, 3 3 3, so only 1 9. So what is 1 plus 3 by 9? It is 1 by 3. It is 4 by 3. It is 4 by 3. right? It is 4 by 3. So that means 3 by 2 is to 4 by 3. What is the ratio? Further, I can do it, multiply it by 6 to cancel it. So I can multiply by 6. What is 6? LCM of 2 and 3 to cancel it, right? So what is the ratio I got finally? So ratio I got finally is what? 3 by 2 into 6. So 2 will cancel 3 times. 2 will cancel 3 times. 3 will cancel 2 times. What is the answer? 9 is to 8. So answer is January is to February. What is the ratio? Ratio is 9 is to 8. January is to February ratio is 9 is to 8, right? Now again, same one. Now for February is to March. February is to March, the ratio is 2 is to 2.6666 going on. Okay. So now what is this percent? This number 2.666. I can convert, right? So what is 2 point? Same way I'll convert 2.66666. I can convert in same way. So see, write 2 as per decimal, integer part is 2. Now again, frequency of repeating is 1 only, right? Only 6 is repeating. Okay. So divide 6 by only 1, 9. 2 plus 6 by 9. So 2 plus 2 by 3. That is how much? That is 8 by 3. That is 8 by 3. This is 2 is to 8 by 3. So multiplying 3 in both the cases to remove the denominator part. So 8 by 3 into 3. So it becomes 6 is to 8. That becomes 3 is to 4. That becomes 3 is to 4. Therefore, February is to March. What is the ratio? It is 3 is to 4. I can combine these two. Right? What is the ratio of January is to February is to March? For January, multiply both numerators. 9 into 3, 27. For February, middle one, cross it. 8 into 3, 24. And for March, both denominator. 8 into 4, 32. This is the ratio. Okay, final ratio got. Now, A got rupees 90 more for March than for January. So, A got rupees 90 more for March than for January. Right? That means for January, he got 27 units in ratio. And for March, he got 32 units in ratio. So, the difference here? Difference of 5 units, right? The difference of 5 units in ratio, he got 5 units more in March than January. And in actually, he got how much? Rupees 90. That means 5 units is equal to rupees 90. Therefore, 1 unit of ratio, you can think in mind, right? It is rupees 18. It is rupees 18. So, what do you need to find? And he received a bonus constituting 40% of the salary for 3 months, right? So bonus is 40% of the salary for 3 months, right? So if bonus is 40% for the salary of 3 months, what is his total salary for 3 months? Can we calculate it? His total salary for 3 months, 527 plus 24, 51 plus 32, 83. Okay. So his total salary for 3 months. Okay. So his total salary for 3 months is how much? 27 plus 24, 51 plus 32, 83. 83 units and 1 unit is rupees 5. Sorry, 1 unit is rupees 18. So 83 into 18. So what is this bonus? So bonus is it's 40% only, right? It's 40%. Okay. So that means 83 into 18 into 40%. That is 2 by 5. Right? 2 by 5. So you can just see it here, right? It becomes, you can just double it, right? So it will be approximately how much you can check it. Okay. So 83 into, what you can do, 83 into 36 you can do, right? So 83 into 36 by 5. So it's basically 83 into 36 by 5, right? You can do it in mind. 36 into 8 is 288. So 36 into 80 is 2880. Plus 36 into 3 is 108. That is 2988. 2988 by 5. Double it. It becomes 5976. 5976 by 10. 5976 by 10. It becomes 597.6. It becomes 597.6. This is the answer, right? This is the answer. Should write here basically. Should write here. Answer is 597.6. That's the answer for this question. Correct? Okay. I hope it is clear, right? So a good question. It's a good question, right? Because you need to convert. It's got some opportunity of making mistakes also, right? Many will make mistake converting recurring to decimal, then removing fractions, right? So it's a good question to do it. Okay, fine. Move to next question now. The total number of students of a school was 660. The ratio between boys and girls becomes 13 is to 9. So not become, it is ratio between some so typing mistake here. Ratio between boys and girls is right is 13 is to 9. I should write here basically is 13 is to 9. Is 13 is to 9. Okay. Now after some days 30 girls joined the school and some boys left the school. The new ratio between boys and girls becomes 6 is to 5. Find the number of boys who left the school. Right. It's a beautiful application of ratio. This is a good question to learn ratio, right? How to equate in ratios. Okay. See, total number of students of a school is 660. Fine. Okay, 660 students. Okay. Number of boys and girls is in the ratio of 13 is to 9. So boys and girls is in the ratio of 13 is to 9. That means total 13 plus 9, 22 parts, right? Or 22 units. So total boys and girls in the ratio is 22 units. And that 22 units in total is equal to 660, right? So if 22 units is equal to 660, that means 1 unit is equal to 3. Actually, that means, sorry, 1 unit is equal to 30. 22 into 30 is 660, right? So if 22 units is equal to 660, 1 unit is 30. That means 30. That means 13 units. How much boy is 13, right? What is boys? 13 units. That means 13 into 30. It is 390. How many girls? 9 units. 9 into 30. That is 270. Right. So quickly get the ratio of boys, number of boys and girls. Now what happened now? Now some boys left this school, right? You see, some boys left this school. Let's say this dash term dash or put some x value, right? Left this school and some 30 girls joined this school. And now the ratio becomes 6 is to 5. So quickly you can do that mental calculation that, okay, girls is how much now? So girls is now 300. Okay. So if girls is 300 and boys is x, that I don't know. Okay. But this ratio is 5 is to 6. That means 5 represents 300. If 5 represents 300, then 6 would represent how much? It would represent 360. If 5 represents 300, 6 would represent 360, right? That means 5 represents 300. That means 1 represents 60. So if 1 unit of ratio is 60, then 6 units of ratio is how much? 360, right? That means boys has become 360. Earlier they were 390, they have become 360. How many boys left? 30 boys left, right? Such a super application of ratio, and to learn ratio is a very good question. Okay, so 6 earlier total there were 390 boys and 270 girls. Now 30 girls joined this school, so girls become 3 and girls became 300, and let's say some x boys left this school, right? But the boys is to girls new ratio is 6 is to 5. So now number I know, right? This 300 represents 5 because boys is to girls ratio is what? Ratio is what? 6 is to 5. That means this 5 represents 300, therefore 1 represents 60, therefore 6 represents 360. So boys becomes new ratio, new number of boys is what? 360, right? Earlier they were 390, so 30 boys left. Such an easy question, right? Once you understand this logic. Okay, move to next question. Now see, I'll discuss a point concept here, right? See, suppose it is given that rupees 2600 to be divided among A, B and C such that twice of A equal to 3 times of B equal to 4 times of C. There's this amount they get, right? So what is the part of A? How much A got, right? This is a question here. Or it's a good concept, right? Now, what does this part mean here, right? This part written here is twice of A equal to 3, thrice of B equal to 4 times of C, right? What is the ratio of A is to B is to C? So many people will write this ratio as 2 is to 3 is to 4, but it is wrong. It is wrong, right? It is wrong, right? Because see, what is the actual meaning of ratio? So actual meaning of ratio says what? Suppose it is written that A is to B is 2 is to 3. Suppose it is written that A is to B is 2 is to 3. It becomes A by B equal to 2 by 3. Right? That becomes A by 2 is equal to B by 3. Right? This is the basic form of ratio. Right? A by 2 is equal to B by 3. So A in 2 parts dividing and B in 3 parts. So A in 2 parts, B in 3 parts. Right? So A in 2 parts and B in 3 parts. So every ratio you need to convert like this, right? A by something equal to B by something, and this something will be the ratio, right? This is 2 is to 3 ratio here. So A by B is 2 by 3. That means by cross multiplying, A by 2 equal to B by 3, right? So A by 2, that means A in 2 parts and B in 3 parts, correct? A in 2 parts and B in 3 parts. So every ratio you need to convert like this. So for example, how you can convert here? See. So if 2a equal to 3b equal to 4c, I want to convert in this form, right? What to do? So I want a and b as coefficient free. I don't want any coefficient here. And only a divided by something equal to b divided by something equal to c divided by something, right? That I want. So how will I get that? So I'll get that by 2a equal to 3b equal to 4c. I'll get that by dividing by a common number, right? Which will cancel 2, 3, 4, right? So that common number could be LCM of 2, 3, 4. What is LCM of 2, 3, 4? 12. 3 into 4, 12, and 2 is also 12, a factor of 12, right? That means 12 is the lowest common multiple. You can cancel by 24 also, right? Your wish. Any multiple of 12 you can do. Any number you can think in mind, which will cancel 2, 3, 4. Like 2 into 3 into 4, 24. Most easy number, right? But you can do it LCM, it will be 12. Your one step will be reduced, right? Otherwise, if you divide by 24, you have to cancel 2 times, right? But the ratio will be same now. So divided by 12, divide by 12, divide by 12. What is the ratio now? So you get this is cancelled 6 times, this is cancelled 4 times, this is cancelled 3 times, right? What you got here? So you got now a by 6 is equal to b by 4 is equal to c by 3. So you have converted this to the basic form of the ratio. A by 6 equal to b by 4 equal to 3 by c by 3. That means I can write from here. If this was a ratio, so I can write a is to b is 2 is to 3. That means here also I can write a is to b is to c is 6 is to 4 is to 3 is 6 is to 4. This is the actual ratio, not this one 2, 3, 4. This is the actual ratio. 6 is to 3 is to 4. 6 is to 4 is to 3. Now I can do it easily, right? What is the part of a? You can do it easily now because a total has got how many parts? So total 6 plus 4 plus 3, 13 parts. So total money here is 13 parts in ratio, and this 13 parts is equal to total 2600. 13 parts is 2600 or 13 units is 2600. So 1 unit is 200. So if 1 unit is 200, so A has got how much? 6 units. So 1 unit is 200. So 6 units. How much? 6 into 200. That is 1200. So answer for this question is what? 1200. This is the answer. A will get 1200. Right. This was an important logic here. Okay. So we'll solve some question based on this concept. Okay. Okay. So let's do a question on this concept here. A father wanted to divide some amount among his 3 sons A, B and C in the ratio 3 is to 4 is to 5. But by mistake, he divided this amount such that 3A is equal to 4B equal to 5C. That means amount with A, that's 3 times, is equal to 4 times of amount with B is equal to 5 times of amount with C. Okay. So, who among A, B and C were in profit or loss due to this mistake? And second, there's a second question also on this part, right? So first we'll do this first question, okay? So you can see the second question also here. If C got a difference in amount of rupees 546 due to this mistake, find the amount which was divided. Okay, so this is the second question, this is first question, fine. So let's solve this question now. It's a very good conceptual question, right? So see, he wanted to, I'll solve this question by 2 methods, right? Both the methods very important. Concept of both the methods very important. Okay, see, the actual ratio, now we know that the actual ratio A is to B is to C. Okay, the actual ratio is actual. Let me put here side. So A is to B is to C. The actual ratio is 3 is to 4 is to 5. But by mistake, it was divided as but by mistake it was divided as, now 3a equal to 4b equal to 5. So now we know that this is not the ratio. 3a equal to 4b equal to 5 is not the ratio, right? We know how to divide it. So if 3a equal to 4b equal to 5c, divide by a common number such that all the numbers gets cancelled. Okay, that is 3 into 4 into 5. 60 is a common number. Divide by 60 such that all 3, 4, 5 gets cancelled. We have seen this in the last slide. Okay, this becomes a by 20 is equal to b by 15 is equal to c by 12. So now I can say that the ratio of a is to b is to c is what? 20 is to 15 is to 12. Okay, so 20 is to 15 is to 12. Fine. Now, so this is the funda here, right? So actual was this, and by mistake this is the ratio, which is actually divided, right? This is the meaning of 3a equal to 4b equal to 5c. The ratio between ABC is what? Among ABC is what? 20 is to 15 is to 12. Okay, fine. Now, so you can see that how much A got here, right? How much A got here? So A here got, I can say let the total amount be X, right? So if the total amount is X, okay, let the total amount be rupees X. So A got here what? A got an amount of what? A got 3 plus 4 plus 5, right? So I can say that A got here 3 by 12 of X, right? What B got here? 4 by 12 of X. And what C got here? C got 5 by 12 of X. Correct. He got 5 by 12 of X, right? 3 by 12, 3 plus 4 plus 5. Total 12 units is the total amount. 12 out of 12 units, A got 3 units. So 3 by 12 of total amount A got, right? B got 4 by 12 and C got 5 by 12. Now after mistake what A got? So now 20 plus 15 plus 12, it is 47. So A got 20 by 47 of X, right? What B got? B got 15 by 47 of X. And C got 12 by 47 of X. Okay, now very conceptual question it is, right? Listen to every point in next 10 minutes. Okay, both the methods or every point is so important, right? Now see here, I have to compare that who got the highest amount, right? Or who was in profit or loss due to this mistake. So see, A was earlier getting 3 by 12. Now A is getting 20 by 47. So you need to compare two fractions, right? You need to compare two fractions. So earlier, A was getting 3 by 12 of X, right? Now see, everywhere it is of X, of X, of X, of X, of X, of X, right? That means of X we won't decide, right? Because total amount is same. Here also, it is 20 by 47 of X only, no? Because total amount has not changed, right? So you can simply rub it off. No need of X, right? No need of this part. You can do it mentally, okay? That A got 3 by 12, B got 4 by 12, C got 5 by 12 of total amount, right? Now see, A got 3 by 12 here, and in second case, A got what? 20 by 47, which is greater? Which is greater in this? So I can say that, see, it is always fractions. Always for fractions, you always do it in the form of 1 divided by something, right? You always approximate like this, 1 divided by something. You always approximate like this, 1 divided by something. Okay, so see, it is basically, you can see here, it is 3. What is 3 by 12? It is basically 1 by 4. Okay, what is 20 by 47? So I can say roughly 22 ja 40, 23 ja 60. So it's roughly, I guess it is 1 by 2.5 around, right? Not exactly 2.5, but 20 double is 40. So 1 by 2 is 40 and 1 by 3 is 60. So 20 by 60 is 1 by 3. 20 by 40 is 1 by 2. Somewhere between 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. I can write 1 by 2.5, right? Just for approximation, then nothing else. Which is greater? 1 by 4 or 1 by 2.5? So obviously 1 by 2.5 is greater, right? Because of same numerator and a smaller denominator, right? This 1 by 2.5 is the greater number. Okay, so that means A is in profit. That means I can write here A is in profit. A was earlier getting 3 by 12 of total amount. Now A is getting 20 by 47 of total amount. Okay. Okay, so A is in profit due to this mistake, right? A was earlier getting 3 by 12 of total amount. Now A is getting 20 by 47 of total amount, right? That means A is in profit. This amount is greater. This amount is greater. Okay. Now, what with B? So B was earlier getting 4 by 12 of total amount, and now B is getting 15 by 47 of total amount, right? So again, we'll approximate in 1 by something kind of. So if I say this is exactly 1 by 3. Now it is also right, 15 3 ja 1 by 45. So 15 3 ja 45, right? 15 3 ja 45, so it is 1 by 3 approximately. But you can see that, okay, it is also 1 by 3 roughly, 1 by 3 roughly, right? But you can see here it is more than 45, so it is more than 3. So I can write it something like 1 by 3.1, right? Not exactly, I'm not writing 3.1, okay, this is the correct data, no. Just I see that, okay, 15 3 is 45 and it is more than 1 by 3. So I can write 1 by 3.1, that's it, right? And that is enough for me, because I saw, okay, this is 1 by 3, this is 1 by 3.1, which is greater? This is greater, 1 by 3 is greater, right? Because here for same numerator, denominator is less in this case, right? Here denominator is less, here denominator is more. Okay, so in this case this is greater, so now 4 by 12 is greater, right? So now B, so earlier B was getting 4 by 12, now B is getting 15 by 47, right? So obviously B is getting now 15 by 47, earlier B was getting 4 by 12, so obviously B is in loss now. So B is in loss, right? Now what for C now? So C, for C it is how much? So again C it is roughly 5 by, so for C it is 5 by 12, right? So for C it is 5 by 12 earlier, and how much now? And now it is 12 by 47. It's quite easy, right? You see here it is roughly 1 by 2 or 1 by 2.5 I can write, because 5 2 are 10, 5 3 are 15. So it is between 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. So I can write roughly 1 by 2.5. And this is roughly 1 by 4. This is roughly 1 by 4. 12 4 is 48. Roughly 1 by 4, which is greater. This is greater. So C was also getting more amount earlier. Now his C is getting less. This is, so C is also in loss. This is the whole funda behind it, right? This is the whole funda behind it. I hope it is correct, right? Now, what I want to solve is now that the next question, right? Next question is the same category I want to solve. Okay, next question. See, the question is, if C got a difference in amount of rupees 546, okay? The question here is, if C got a difference in amount of rupees 546 due to this mistake, find the amount which was divided. So obviously earlier C was getting more amount, now C is getting less amount, right? So I can write for C that C was earlier getting, so C was earlier getting 5 by 12 of X. X is a total amount, and now C is getting 12 by 47 of X. Of X only, right? Amount is total amount is not changed. So of X only. And this difference is equal to what? 546. This difference is 546. That's it. This is the second question, right? This is the second question. Okay. First question we did. A is in profit, B is in loss, and C is in loss. This is the second question. If C got a difference in amount of rupees for rupees 546 due to this mistake, find the amount which was divided. Okay. Now you can solve it now simply. Okay. Take the LCM as 47 into 12. This becomes 47 into 5 is 235. Minus 12 into 12 is 144. Obviously of X is equal to 546. So you can write here 91X upon 47 into 12 is equal to 546. This will cancel 6 times. So what is the X now? So X is, therefore X is 47. Okay, I can write here now. Let me rub this part now. Okay. So X is basically how much? So X is equal to 47 into 12 into 6. That is 47 into 72. So 72 into 47. 72 into 50 is 3600. Minus 72 into 3, that is 216. 3600 minus 216, 3384. That is the answer. Rupees 3384. That is the answer for this question. Okay, so I hope you got it right. So C got a difference in amount of rupees 546 due to this mistake. Okay, so earlier C was getting 5 by 12 of X. Now C is getting 12 by 47 of X, and that difference minus sign is equal to 546, right? We got X is equal to rupees 3384. Now, this is the first method to solve it, right? Very important. Good method to solve it, right? Now, second method. Second method is purely ratio method, right? Which we had applied also in 2-3 questions previously. Okay. Purely ratio method, no fractions I'll use there, right? See. Method 2 now. Method 2. It is important, right? Method 2 is also very important to know the concept and to apply it. Method 2 is, again, same thing, alright? Okay. A is to B is to C, the actual ratio is 3 is to 4 is to 5. And we got to know that by mistake, what was the ratio? It was 20 is to 15 is to 12, right? 20 is to 15 is to 12 is the ratio, okay? Now, you see that in ratio, right, I told you, right, you have to see that if you don't want to solve in fractions and variables, right, you just see which is constant and which is not constant, right? So in this case, you can sense that, okay, the father wanted to divide some amount among his 3 sons A, B and C in the ratio 3 is to 4 is to 5, but by mistake he divided this amount such that 3 equal to 4, B equal to 5, C. That means in both the cases, amount is same. Amount is same, right? If amount is same, does the ratio reflects it? Does the ratio reflects it? Okay, see, does the ratio reflects it? So no, because here 3 plus 4 plus 5, total 12 units is the amount. Here 20 plus 15 plus 12, 47 units is the total amount, right? So ratio doesn't reflect. The answer is no. Ratio doesn't reflect this amount as the total amount in both the cases is same. Okay, amount is same in both the cases. And ratio doesn't reflect it, right? So what you need to do? You need to multiply something. What you need to multiply? You need to make this total amount same. So here it is 12 and here it is 47. You want to make these two amounts same, right? What you will do? So first I will multiply with 47 and second I'll multiply with 12. Right, now 12 into 47 and 47 into 12. Now total amount is same. Right? How the ratio changes now? So ratio changes like A becomes what? 3 into 47. A becomes 141 is 2. 4 into 47. It is what is B? It is 188. What is C? 47 into 5, 235. This is the new ratio now. What is the total amount now? 47 into 12. That is 470 plus 94. It is 564. So out of 564 total amount, this is A is 141, B is 148, C is 235, right? Right now, don't think about previous method. Okay, that okay, I can solve this question like this also, right? Right now, what we are doing is concept videos, very important questions we are doing to build concept, to think mind differently, right? To make your mind think differently. You want to have a good aptitude skill, right? So that means you have to got this kind of method. You have to got a good command on it, right? So just listen with a fresh mind, right? Don't and not at all try to think about the previous method. Okay, I could do it easily or that was hard, right? Just listen all the methods. Okay, you trust me here, and then you should choose which method to do. But in the meanwhile, what will happen? Your mind will become your thinking will become very vast. Okay, you can think in many directions. That's what any good exam like CAT, ZAT need. Okay, so that's why CAT, ZAT, SSC, any good exam, right? That need this thinking is required there. Okay. So now what is the next ratio here? 20 into 12, it is 240. 15 into 12, it is 180. 12 into 12, it is 144. Out of total 564, again the division is 240, 188 and 144, right? Now I have amount is same in both the cases, and now ratio reflects. So does the ratio reflects it? Now yes, ratio reflects it. That amount is same in both the cases. So now I can do it very easily, my task, right? The question was, who among A, B, C are in profit or loss? So since amount is same, now I can directly compare, right? See, A is earlier A was getting 141 out of 564. Now A is getting 240 out of 564. So A is in profit. So A is in profit, right? For B was earlier getting 188 out of 564. Now B is getting 180 out of 564. So B is in loss. Okay. C was earlier getting 235 out of 564. Now C is getting 144 out of 564. C also in loss. Okay. Now second question. If C got a difference in amount of rupees 546 due to this mistake. Okay. So C got how much? C got 235 here, and here C got 144. So in ratio, C got a difference in amount of 91 units. In ratio, C got a difference in amount of 91 units. 235 minus 144. So in ratio, C got a difference of 91 units in amount. That is equal to rupees 546. That means 1 unit is equal to rupees 6. So if 1 unit of ratio is rupees 6, what is total amount? So total amount is what? Is 564 units. Total amount is 564 units is equal to 564 into rupees 6, because 1 unit is rupees 6. What is the answer? Answer is again same, 3384. There is a second method to do it, right? Both the methods very important for other questions, right? In some question, you can apply the previous one. In some, you have to apply this one, right? Whichever is a shorter in that question, right? That will come to know by practice. Okay. So very, very, very important method, right? So what we did basically, actual ratio was 3:4:5. By mistake, the ratio is 20:15:12, right? The ratio reflects that total amount is same in both the cases. So initially, the ratio doesn't reflect it, right? So I have to make some adjustment, right? So this was total amount 12. Here total amount was 47, right? So what I did, I made both equal. How I made both equal? By taking LCM of 12 and 47. That is multiplying 12 with 47 and multiplying 47 with 12, right? So now the whole ratio changes. Whole ratio is multiplied with 47 now. So 47 into 3, 141. 47 into 4, 188. 47 into 5, 235, like this, right? Out of 564. Here also, whole ratio changes. 20 into 12, 240. 15 into 12, 180. 144, right? Like this, out of 564. You can say that now amount is same. So we directly compare now. Okay, I know that, okay, A is in loss. Sorry, A is in profit, B is in loss, and C is in loss. And C got a difference in amount of what? In ratio, C got 235, and here C got 144. So in ratio, C got a difference in amount of 91 units. Okay, that 91 units is equal to rupees 546 according to question. Okay, so 1 unit is rupees 6. So total amount is how much? In ratio, it is 564 units. Okay, so it is 3384. Okay, I hope it is correct, right? Now in next video we'll do further good questions on ratios. Okay, good conceptual questions. Thank you.